How's everybody doing? How's it going? Hanging in there? Good. It is the weekend. Thankfully. 'Cause I'm tired. But it's going to be a fun weekend. I'm actually going, now things are getting back to normal. Concerts are in full-blown motion now. I mean, everybody, I think, in the world is touring. Even people you didn't think were still together that have done, like, farewell tours and stuff like that are touring again this year. So, yeah, everybody's tired of being cooped up. So, I'm all for it. I'm ready to get out and start doing some stuff, get out of the house a little bit. So tomorrow night I'm actually going to my first concert of the year. I'm actually going with my parents. There was a concert that was coming up my mom wanted to go to. And she asked if I'd be interested in going. And, so, we're going to take Dad and, the three of us are going to go see Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. So I'm really looking forward to it. I love music, all kinds of music. I'll listen to just about anything. Obviously, people that know me and know me well know that I'm a big metalhead first and foremost. But I really like classic rock. I like big band and like swing music. I like a little bit of jazz, a little blues. I like older country. Some of the newer stuff's all right, but I don't listen to it enough. I don't like to listen to, country stations enough to really know a lot of the newer music that's out. As far as like hip hop, again, not really my forte. Nothing against it. As a style of music or as a genre of music, it's just not one I in particular listen to a whole lot. When I do, again, it's like the old school stuff, like Run DMC, LL Cool J, Grandmaster Flash, the Fat Boys, Sugar Hill Gang, stuff like that. Same with like R&B. But I even listen to like once in a while like classical music, because there's a lot of music today that if you kind of dissect it, you can actually find, kind of hints of like classical music or that styling in some of the newer music of today. Especially some of the bigger like melodic and what would be the right word? I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of, but like some of the metal bands that. I think of like Sabotage, or I think like even Dragon Force, stuff like that. The way that they orchestrate their songs and their music, and there are a lot of other bands too, but those are the ones that just pops in my head right off. They have kind of like a classical sense to them. Big, like almost like orchestra type productions. So I like all kinds of music. Yeah. I forget the original point I was going to make. That happens with me a lot. I tend to ramble and I start getting into one topic and then completely lose my train of thought. But anyway, there's nothing else there. It's all about me. I like all kinds of music, and but in particular. Like Frankie Valli and Four Seasons, it's, like 50s music, which is what I would characterize that at. That's when, they were in their real prominence, was like in the 50s, maybe even like the early 60s. And, I like some of that music too. Obviously, I was just born in 71, so I don't know like every band from the 50s or 60s, but a lot of that like older 50s rock, like the doo-wop, stuff like that, and they had like even within the rock genre back in the 50s, they had kind of little subgenres within it. And I've got some like compilation CDs that's all it is like 50s music. So I enjoy it. So, long story short, yeah, after I rambled on about that, yeah, so that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm going to the first concert. I'm looking forward to it. One, spending some time with my parents. Whenever you get a chance, it's something. No matter how old you are, if you're lucky, your parents are still around. By all means, go out and do something with them once in a while. Then I think the next concert I have after that, I'd have to check my calendar, but I'm pretty sure the next one after that is Billy Idol, I think. And I'm going to that with my daughter and her, fiance now, since he proposed to her. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. Always enjoy spending time with my daughter and her, her fiance Jared. He's a good stand-up guy. So, and it's Billy Idol. Come on, you can't go wrong seeing Billy Idol. He puts on a hell of a show. But hey, enough about music. That's not what we're here to do. You see, y'all get me off topic here. I get to rambling on about something. What I got? I've got the new Horrorpack. I must have skipped right over the shipping email that I got because I didn't even know this was on the way. But there will be a link below to Horrorpack. Be sure to go check it out. There are two versions of Horrorpack. One is the DVD version, and the other one is the Blu-ray version. I get the Blu-ray version just because I prefer Blu-rays. The DVD version consists of 4 DVDs for $19.99 a month with free shipping in the continental United States. The Blu-ray is $24.99 with free shipping for 4 Blu-rays. And of course, they are all horror oriented. Kind of pointless for it to be anything else. I'm just called Horrorpack. But what's really cool, there's two things, actually. One is that each month, one of the ones you get, whether you get the DVD one or you get the Blu-ray one of them is a limited edition, which means it's a movie that's been out and been released, possibly even like a one that was done at the theater, but there's something unique about the one you're getting in the Horrorpack. Either it might be in like the packaging might be something in particular. It might have different artwork on it. It might have maybe some behind the scenes features that weren't done on the initial release. Or the flip side of that, it could be a movie that was actually put out. A lot of your like independent horror movies and stuff like that are they don't go to the theater. They go direct to streaming platforms and straight to DVD or Blu-ray. And it might be a movie that you can actually only get through Horrorpack. So that's kind of cool. The other really cool thing is that if you really want to maximize your movie collectivity, I'm not sure if that's a word or not, but it is now. Because they do different movies each month for the DVDs and Blu-rays, you can actually subscribe to the DVD version and the Blu-ray version, and you get 8 movies, different ones each month. 4 on DVD, 4 on Blu-ray. So, be sure to check out the link below. Hop over to horrorpack.com, check them out. Sign up. It's not like you're signing up for a contract. You're not, for lack of a better term, roped into a certain time period. I do believe they do have where you can set up your subscription on a different, where you're billed at a different interval. You can either go month to month, which is what I do, or they might, don't quote me on this, you'll be able to see if you go to the website. A lot of subscription places, you can, instead of month to month, you can go and pay like every 3 months, 6 months, or just annually. So if you do the annual one, then you obviously you pay more, but you pay less per box because you're basically signing up for a longer period of time, so they give you kind of a discount on each box. And then that's, I guess that's kind of a contract, sort of, because you're paying for a year basically in advance, so you're guaranteed to get 12 months of the horror pack. You get me? You got me? Good. Because I almost lost myself for a second. Alright, let's dive in and see what wonderful, freaky, creepy, bloody, gory, scare the crap out of you in a dark room Blu-rays we have for this month, and this would be for the month of July. I believe like the cutoff date for each month is I'm not sure. I can't remember really sure if it's the month before, but it's like right. I want to say it's right around like the middle of the month. So if it's the month before, then like so the cutoff for actually receiving this box would have been like mid-June. And then this shipped out mid-July. Of course, it might be the other way around too. It might be where you can actually, if you sign up to subscribe by the 15th of the month, then you get that month's box as your first box. I'm not sure. Again, the website will tell you all that. But it's nice packaging. It's plain, simple, nice little box. Comes in handy if you're like a reseller and you own your own business where you ship a lot of stuff. Good box to hold on to. And then they put them in this wonderful, nice bubble mailer, which I also keep. So, Blu-ray number 1. Alright. We've got Case 39. Some cases should never be opened. This has got some bigger names. I want to say this was actually at the theaters. It sounds familiar. I don't think it was in the theater for very long. But it stars Renee Zellweger, Ian McShane, and Bradley Cooper. So, I think that was a bigger budget one that was at the movies. So, I need to get on a ball with watching movies. I mean, I've got a ton of movies down there that I haven't watched yet. All right. Next one we have. Oh, this looks good. This looks good. We've got Anna and the Apocalypse. It looks like it's kind of a comedy horror type movie. And I don't know, just the front of the characters, the way they're dressed, it almost gives me kind of a Harry Potter vibe. It might just be because maybe they go to some kind of a prep school or something. So that's that's like their school outfits, but some of the quotes about it here by critics is saying a bloody good time, an absolute blast at the movies, Shaun of the Dead meets La La Land, one of those rare horror movies to leave you with good holiday cheer, delightfully gruesome. Says a zombie apocalypse threatens the Christmas cheer of the sleepy town of Little Haven, forcing Anna, Ella Hunt, and her friends to fight, slash, and sing their way to survival. So, might have some musical numbers in it. That'll be different. But I do love a good zombie movie. Probably my favorite, like out of monster movies, that would be my favorite one. If I could only watch a particular type of like monster movies, I would definitely go with zombie flicks. That's my top one. Because like, for me personally, just my personal opinion, when you look at a lot of the other like big monsters like it. You know, Frankenstein, and technically you could kind of look at Frankenstein as he's kind of a zombie, sort of. I mean, he was, you know, dead, brought back to life, you know, reanimated. But he still kind of stands out separately, and I mean, he don't really have like any powers other than, I mean, obviously he's strong, but and not knocking Frankenstein. You know, like I love the old Universal, the original Frankenstein movie. But you know, like them with like vampires. You know, vampires. You know, I love vampires too, but they do have their weaknesses, inherent weaknesses. You know, according to movies, you know, crucifixes, holy water, sunlight, you know, stuff like that. You know, same with werewolf. You know, silver bullet. You know, but zombies. You know, other than you got to shoot them in the head. Okay, that's the number one rule. You ever run into a zombie? That's what you do. Go for the head. It amazes me how many times, especially when you see these zombie movies now that are supposed to be taking place like in present time or in the future, and all these freaking people are like trying to shoot them in the torso, or I'm thinking, have these people never seen a zombie movie? I mean, come on. That's the first rule if you encounter a zombie. You go for the head. Alright, so here we go. Number 3, we have Scream Test. And this is the Horrorpack Limited Edition Blu-ray. So, again, this is probably, you can kind of tell from the packaging. You know, it's actually got the Horrorpack logo on and stuff. So this was probably a movie that was filmed, and it's been, you know, it's being released specifically through Horrorpack. You know, I'm not sure if like Horrorpack actually has a hand in being maybe like a part of the like production company behind some of these movies. Like they're actually have a hand in these movies coming to, you know, to fruition. But yeah, I mean, you can tell, and again, this is not in no way to knock these lower budget movies, because honestly, I find a lot of times the lower budget, like independent horror movies, are sometimes some of the best ones you can watch. But you can tell, you know, kind of looking at the pictures that yeah, it's probably, you know, that's what it is. You know, lower budget. It's probably got, you know, actors and stuff in it that aren't, you know, the big mainstream actors. But one day they might be. So, and the last one. Oh, cool. I don't have this one. Yeah, I don't think I have this one. I have to double check, but I'm almost positive I don't have this. We got Resident Evil Vendetta. This was like the one of the all CGI movies. Yeah. Yeah, because I think this is like the newest one that they put out. And I don't remember getting this one. This is a 2-disc special edition. You get the Blu-ray and a bonus disc. There's one a bonus disc. No, special features. So it's got special features on the regular Blu-ray with the movie, and then it's got some other a second disc of just bonus features. So that's kind of cool. Do love Resident Evil. Although I have to, as far as the games, the video games, I have to say that out of all the games, I haven't played them all, but I've played most of them. I haven't played the newest one they put out. I can't remember what it's called, but like the original Resident Evil games, I love them. I love the playability, the atmosphere, everything like that. Though I was not real happy with Resident Evil 3. And the reason for that is I honestly think the game was a little too simplistic. It was a little too easy. I don't know what it was. But I remember when that game came out, you know, I went and I basically kind of bought it day one. And I want to say I paid like $50 for it. And I got home and I ended up beating it like the next day. Which to me, you know, that's why I like RPGs when it comes to video games. Those are the main games that I actually buy. Is RPGs, because I know they're going to take a while to beat the game, and I'm one of those sticklers where I like to get, you know, I like to collect every item. I like to, you know, anything, you know, everything you can do in the game, I like to do with RPGs. You know, because then you're putting in like 100+ hours into the game, and it's actually warrants, you know, spending the money for it. So yeah, I wasn't real impressed with Resident Evil 3 because I got through it so quick. But overall, I like the games, and you know, I liked all the movies, so I'm sure I will enjoy that one too. I'm gonna even watch that tonight, maybe, or I might watch this Anna and the Apocalypse one. I could use a good laugh. So, all right, recap real quick. The one I just said, Anna and Apocalypse, looks like kind of like a Shaun of the Dead type comedy horror. We got the newest Resident Evil, I believe it's the newest one, Vendetta, all CGI. We've got the Horrorpack limited edition Blu-ray. You could probably only get this through Horrorpack Screen Test. And the bigger budget one in the whole one here is Case 39, starring Renee Zellweger. So there you go. So, again, check out the link below. Go to Horrorpack. Check them out. If you like horror movies and you're old school like me, you know, as much as, unfortunately, I think, these, you know, DVDs are almost already to the point of being non-existent. I mean, if you go to your stores, most of what you're going to find are going to be Blu-ray. Now, you're not going to find very many regular DVDs. So I think they're kind of going the way of the dinosaur, if you will, when it comes to media. But eventually, Blu-rays will probably be the same thing. And you know, I know they got the new 4K. But what I've noticed is the 4K releases are like a fraction compared to what Blu-ray was. And even that, I think, is even smaller than what DVDs were released. Like, every movie was released on DVD. Because that was the big thing at the time. You know, we were going from VHS tapes to, well, you had laser discs, but they never really caught on because they were so big. So I don't really include the laser discs. So to me, you basically went from VHS to DVD. So like everything, I mean, you could find practically any movie on DVD. And then Blu-rays, that kind of shrunk a little bit. And like the 4K, I don't see, you know, other than like a lot of the big blockbusters and stuff like that. I don't see a lot of 4K movies. And I would almost hazard a guess that before those get real big mainstream, that they might actually, you know, physical disc just in general might be kind of the way of the dinosaur, because everything's going digital and streaming, which is you know, all well and good. But I like having, you know, like the actual case, actual Blu-ray. You know, plus, you know, what happens if, you know, your internet connection goes out? If you got it all digital and you don't have it like stored like digitally on like an actual hard drive, but you're just streaming it from the cloud, if your internet goes out, then you're screwed. But if you got the physical discs, you're good. And if you get solar panels, which I eventually want to do here, then even if the power goes out, you know what? You can still sit at home and watch movies. Just a thought. Just my personal preference. I prefer, when it comes to anything, I prefer tangible media. I like Blu-rays or DVDs. I like CDs when it comes to my music. I like books, in particular hardback books. I don't like paperback books. They just feel cheap. I like good hardback books. In case of point, I have a Kindle. Okay. I never use it to read. I never did. I think there might be, I've maybe gotten through like halfway through like one of the books I have on there, and that's over like the probably 15 years I've had the damn thing. Yeah, so I'm old school, what I say. Anyway, that's it. Rambled on long enough. If you're still watching the video, I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. If you find me boring, then give me a thumbs down. You know, whatever floats your boat. If you're new here and you were entertained by my goofy ass, then by all means hit that subscribe button and notification bell. I don't post videos as much as a lot of YouTubers because I don't have time. Like Monday through Friday, I'm lucky to have time to really do anything outside of my work. Eat, sleep, shower, and then the rest of the day I'm at work. But, you know, whenever possible, I do try to upload videos of, like, unboxings and stuff like that. So if you like, you know, obviously Funko Pops, geeky, stuff like that, comics, obviously Horrorpack. Yeah, so subscribe and you'll be able to keep up with all the videos I put up. So, and feel free to go back and watch any of the number of videos that I've done before. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, look out for yourself and those around you. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully you're seeing this late Friday night. Might even be like early Saturday morning when it actually gets posted to YouTube. Might not be till like early Sunday morning. All depends on how long it takes to get it uploaded and edited. And well, I don't technically edit. You know, what you see from beginning to end is what you get. I just mean like editing as far as like adding the title screen and then, you know, getting into the format to where I can put it on YouTube. So, whenever you're seeing it, that's when you're seeing it. So, everybody, take it easy. See ya.